named Jaleese. Welcome everyone to my Witcher Season 1 review. And I gotta say this, everybody. If you're looking for the next new Game of Thrones, the next new best show on TV, The Witcher is it. The Witcher is fantastic for its first season. I know this is a TV series based off a video game, based off a book series. And because of this entire dang show, what it has done, you're reselling the books. You're making like 500,000 more new copies so people could buy it. The game series is being sold again. The Witcher 3, everyone's buying more of it. And what is this series about? It's a fantasy place. The Witcher is a mutation. He's a warrior. And basically, he kills monsters for a living. This entire this entire first season is all about Geralt and his relationship and what's his destiny. I kind of want to say the Last Kingdom's catchphrase, destiny is all. Because Geralt is played beautifully by Henry Cavill, and when you compare him to the actual video game character and his voice and all that stuff, it's pretty good, spot on. Henry Cavill's a fan of the series, so he really put his effort into it. The action scenes are amazing, the special effects are amazing. And for the most part, I mean, we have a little problem with a little green screen, some stuff you could obviously know it wasn't on a green screen, and some special effects are not as good as compared to others, but overall, the overall product, it's an A for me. This season is an A minus. This is a can't miss TV show, in my opinion. This was phenomenal. What I will have a couple of complaints about this first season, but overall, with overall acting and all this stuff, for certain things about a first season, you have to understand. Actors have to get to know each other, chemistry has to build up, and then it'll get better. So the first season, definitely check it out without spoiling anything. Geralt de Rivia, he's a witcher. He hunts monsters for a pretty penny, for a coin. There's this girl named Ciri, who her land was invaded, her grandmother killed and grandfather, and she's not on the run. And the last thing her grandmother says, find Geralt of Rivia, he's your destiny. And he's sworn to protect her. We get a whole bunch of mythology and lore about what this land is, what the Law of Surprise means, why he's a protector, why he's destined to protect her, and what's ultimately what her fate will be is quite interesting. We get interesting side character, not side character, but the second main character is a woman named Yennefer. She's a young hunchback girl who we learn about how sorcerers are, what's their role in this realm, how they have to help the kings and queens to make peace in society, how they're being invaded by the Southern Lords, and it's just an interesting take. Each episode is mostly a can't miss episode. We get some nice, funny characters like Bard. We get Roach. And you all know Roach is a horse that never talks, but still, we love him. I like Ciri and her adventure for the most part. And Yennefer as a character, I greatly enjoy. I enjoy the shit out of Yennefer. But to me, this is the problem I have with The Witcher. Because at the beginning, the first episode is a standout. That's the best episode of the entire series. What I didn't like about the first this first season is the fact that Yennefer, she is such a great character that you could have done a prequel series of how she became that way. Seriously, you could have introduced her in that 5th episode and have Geralt's more story, because this was just as much Geralt's story as it is Yennefer. Yennefer is such a good character, she could have her own spin-off. Things what I don't like about this is at the first episode there's this big battle that happens in that series on the run and all that stuff. And not everybody has the same timetable. Certain events are in the past with Geralt, certain stuff's in the past with Yennefer, way beyond Geralt's time, and then there's series characters Ranger the Woods, which is the present timeline. So it goes back and forth between that, not back and forth throughout the entire episode flashback that. No, it's just certain characters are certain different periods of times, which I don't mind. It's just kind of takes away from when we see these characters, for instance, the series grandmother as a queen. Else, we know nothing bad's gonna happen to her because she's gonna live on in the future scene. So I absolutely enjoyed this first season. Again, but the problem is, besides the time thing, is the thing with Yennefer. She's such, like I said, she's such a great character, and she could have her own spin-off. But the thing is, though, how we're introduced to her, this character, and since this entire thing falls like a periodic table, like a plot line, it just kind of takes away certain relationships. The first episode we see Yennefer, that's episode 2. She finds her magic. She has a friend. I forgot his name. He's just the black guy. That's how I know him as. He's a sorcerer like her. He loves her. They fall in love, or they kiss at the end of the episode. Then the next episode, we see them having sex. So, and he says he loves her and all that stuff. So it just takes away from certain things about Yennefer and that, because I know each episode we're just thinking, oh, it's a couple days, maybe a week. No, it could be like months and years apart, and we don't really get contents of how long they known each other, how long they build up with each other. At the end of the third episode, basically, Yennefer quits being a hunchback, turns into a beautiful woman, and automatically, fourth episode, we get her helping a princess and all this stuff, and she realizes she wants to have a baby. And the fifth and sixth episode is all her desire to get a baby. So her character goes through so many plot lines and storylines. I feel like this could have been built up for like 2-3 seasons. I mean, she has such a great character depth that they just like the pacing of it is just so freaking fast. This is like Game of Thrones pacing, when it was like plotline, where one character just got to across the map like real quick. It's like fast travel. This is how it was. I felt Witcher season 1 was. It was a lot of fast travel for a lot of characters, because you'll have like 2 episodes where she's with that guy, with the sorcerer black guy, and then like another episode later she's freaking with Geralt, and she meets Geralt, and then they have sex, and then fifth episode they're lovers, and we learned that maybe a couple months have passed, or a couple years has passed since they last seen each other, and they've been kind of lovers throughout. It just takes away from the relationship, because it's like, how do I know we're the audience are supposed to accept that, she was interested in this one guy, now she's interested with him, but to me, it kind of takes away with Geralt and Yennefer's love story, and the relationship, and how it's going to probably make them they're gonna be the ultimate couple at the end. They're not gonna not put them together. But ultimately, with those 2 characters, I just feel like it's taken away from the relationship, and I kind of wish it was built up more. And we get to see how the relationship was during those time jumps. But to me, again, I heard that Netflix wasn't even going to give these people a second season, considering how the first season was. So I guess the writers were like, well, for the first season, we have to put everything out there. Screw the whole thing of her being a hunchback for the entire first season. Let's make her a hunchback in one episode, and then at the end of the next episode, she'll be all beautiful. Then we'll have this plotline of her just helping these kings and queens and majesties and whatnot. We have to rush past that. We have to rush past her having a baby, her accepting she can't have a kid, and all that stuff. It's just so much stuff that we're going through and through and through, that her characters just go throughout, and it's just really fast paced. If I could change, besides that, one thing is not to kill this one character called Renfri from the first episode. She was an amazing character. I felt an instant connection between her and Geralt. I really enjoyed the fact that he was trying to push her, don't see yourself as a monster, don't could be consumed by vengeance. And the actress did an amazing job, and I kind of wish they didn't kill her off. And I think Geralt keeps like her brooch and use it as part of his sword. I'm not 100% sure on that. I could be wrong. But overall, this entire first season was simply an amazing first season. I enjoyed it. I had hardly any little complaints about it. It's just, again, when you're doing like that thing where where Yennefer's interested in this one character for like 2 episodes, and then we get more of Geralt in 2 episodes. So, like, there's just so much plotline and storyline that they kind of just went through so quickly, and we didn't have time to process it, time to appreciate it, and that's, to me, the only downside of The Witcher Season 1. Ciri's an interesting character. I liked how she saw a glimpse of, like, maybe her grandparents didn't do a great job. Maybe the kingdom actually hates us. I mean, there were so many great storylines that you could have saved up for, like, 2-3 seasons, but, again, Netflix, the writers, I guess they didn't give them enough time to, like, hey, we don't know if you're going to get a second season, considering how good the first season will be. Overall, I'm happy with the first season. I'm happy with a lot of the action, the special effects. This is one of the best TV shows you're going to see in 2020. I mean, this first season was awesome. It was phenomenal. I was shocked at how much I enjoyed this first season. I want to give this season an A-. I'm going to give it a 9.2 out of 10. We'll see how the other future seasons go up. But there's just so much lore and so much stuff right now that this show could last another 5-6 years. And I'm hoping it lasts another 5-6 years. I'm hoping it has enough. It doesn't betray its characters, what they do, unlike like Game of Thrones and all that stuff, where they just totally ransack that shit to the ground. But The Witcher is here to stay, and I'm looking forward to season 2. I'm looking forward to future season. I'm looking forward to see this entire storyline continue and see an ending. So yeah, The Witcher series, awesome shit. Can't complain about it. Let me know what y'all think, everyone. Subscribe if you like. Disagree on bomb. Comment down below. Let me know. Respect my opinion. I respect yours. Where's your own personal opinion, everybody, about The Witcher Season 1? I will also be doing a ranking video of each episode, like ranking the entire episode, episode 1 to episode 8. And for an 8-episode arc, Season 1 was phenomenal. Alright, everyone. I'm Jalise, and everybody. Bye.